Should we do both builds? We should do both builds. Okay, so we're doing two builds. We're doing Fire and Brimstone, and we're doing one without Fire and Brimstone. Okay? So let's start with the one without Fire and Brimstone. The only change you guys gonna see is I'm running Improved Immolate and not Rolling Havoc. I really like Rolling Havoc, but Rolling Havoc is simming much lower than Improved Immolate. And I checked the sims, and the sims are using Rolling Havoc in a correct way. It's just simming like 6,000 less damage in 5 bosses. I don't know what's the deal with that, but I'm happy because I like Improved Immolate. Improved Immolate used to be like a conduit in Shadowlands, and it just makes you waste less GCDs, spreading your Immolate over and over and over again mid-fight. It makes your Immolate just last 6 seconds longer, so you can focus on doing other things, and it's really fun. So I've been running it. I like it. Rolling Havoc is sick though. So Rolling Havoc is good in shorter fights. Like, if you know the mobs are not gonna stay alive for 24 seconds, at least, Rolling Havoc is good. But if you know the mob's gonna stay for like a minute or so, you spend so much less GCDs with Improved Immolate. So, you know, try both, but this is what's simming for me higher, okay? And I know that show looks kind of boring whenever you start playing it, but it's full of small mini games you can play with. The first one is gonna be Roaring Blaze. Your conflag is gonna spread this debuff on enemies that makes them take increased damage from your Immolate, Incinerate, and conflag. So make sure you spread that, especially when you have Havoc. So if you conflag another target that doesn't have Havoc, the other target that has Havoc will get the debuff on them as well. So you already have debuff on 2 enemies. Then you switch target, and then you conflag that target. Don't conflag the same target again, because you can have the debuff on 3 enemies instead of 2 enemies, right? So you can just, like, you know, tap target and then spread your this debuff on enemies. It's really fun. And yeah, it just makes you do more damage. Let's see. What else is there? I think the other one is just gonna be Madness. That's it. It's gonna be this one and Madness. Madness is just gonna be like a 5-second. The tooltip still says 4 seconds, but it's actually 5 seconds now. You need to, like, make sure to rain a fire every 5 seconds. Don't let this fall off. You just do so much less damage if you take longer than 5 seconds for your rain of fire. So it's just gonna be these two. For the Fire and Brimstone build, we're gonna go to Burn to Ashes, and that's gonna be our third kind of buff to keep up. So this one is much easier. Okay. So, rotation. I start with Havoc. A lot of people hate that, but I really like it, because sometimes I just want to put Immolates as much as I can on pull. So I start with Havoc. You guys don't have to do that, but I do that. I like it. Which of the two you recommend for Tyrannical? I've been having a lot of fun with the other one, the Fire and Brimstone one. Because this one is like a Rain of Fire build, and this week is a Sanguine week. So everything is getting kited out of the Rain of Fire. And it's a Tyrannical week, which is, you know, more single target oriented, right? And Fire and Brimstone makes you do a lot of AoE with your Incinerate, so you're not counting on your Rain of Fire only. So it's okay if stuff gets kited out and your single target is just insane. So I like the other one this week. Yeah, I'm getting to the other one. let's just demonstrate what you're gonna do with this one. So for this one, I usually open up with Havoc. You feel free to not open up with Havoc, but I usually just do it because I want to use my Conflag on pull. I don't want to just sit there with like 2. And then we have the new debuff, so I want to spread the debuff. I don't want to have the debuff only on one enemy. I have a lot of reasons, but yeah. So we open up with Havoc. You can just like immolate 2, 3 targets, maybe 4 if you have time. You pop up your CDs, put the immolate on one more, and then you just start rain of firing. And now you conflag this target. You can switch to this target, conflag it again, and you just spam rain of fire pretty much. And then you keep renewing your immolates between your rain of fire. Just make sure this buff right here, the 5 seconds rain of fire buff, don't fall off. That's your only job. If it falls off, your rain of fire is just gonna do 25% less damage. So it's not good. That's pretty much it. You keep this debuff up at all times and you win. Debuff or buff, you guys know what I'm talking about. This one right here in the weak aura. It's the Madness Rain of Fire buff. It's pretty easy. Use Havoc on cooldown. Use your Conflag on cooldown. Use your... honestly, I'm trying to make it more complicated, but literally that's it. That's pretty much it. Just keep going. Keep ramping and ramping and ramping. Just make sure your rain of fire don't fall off. Easy peasy. It's so much fun. You guys gonna enjoy it. This playstyle is not gonna be that fun this week because it's Sanguine week. Okay? So that's why I'm playing the Fire and Brimstone one. I like the Fire and Brimstone one much more. Okay? Okay, guys, second build. So, second build is gonna be the most, this is like what I'm having fun with at the moment. Fire and Brimstone. Again, rolling Havoc. It's simming so much lower for me. But, because I'm doing a 1 minute long fight. In a 1 minute long fight, which happens usually in 20s and plus, improved immolate wins over rolling Havoc, at least in the Sims, right? So I know everybody's running this, I love this, but improved immolate gives a quality of life and simming higher damage, so I'm going with it for now, okay? And for this build, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be Roaring Blaze. You keep it, it's a debuff you keep on enemies, okay? The other buff is going to be your Madness for Rain of Fire and Chaos Bolt. Make sure these don't fall off. If they fall off, you lose 25% damage. So it's really annoying. Like, it's a 5-second window. For Rain of Fire, it's fine. But for Chaos Bolt, it's so stressful. But it's okay. This is for Tyrannical. The first one, yeah, this one I like it for Tyrannical more. Especially this week because of it's Sanguine. Because, like, your source of AoE, you don't have only one source of AoE, which is Rain of Fire. You have 2 sources of AoE. You have Rain of Fire and Incinerate. So if stuff are getting kited out, it's okay. Incinerate got you covered. You see how it is? So I've been having a lot of fun with this. So I recommend it. But it's less damage. If you have like a what do you call it? Like a team and a good tank that can stand still and not just kite for like hours, then the other build is better. But this one is more single target. No Cataclysm. No Cataclysm. Inferno is 20% more damage to Rain of Fire. And Madness is 25% more damage to Rain of Fire. You see what we're doing? If we get out of Inferno, it's a big problem. Kata is amazing though, but it's a big problem. Okay? So this build is going to be Roaring Blaze. You keep the debuff on enemies. You keep Madness up. And then Burn to Ashes. Burn to ashes is gonna stack up to 4 instantly. So the best you can do is use up, like, try to fit incinerates as much as you can in your rotation. It's gonna be a little bit tricky, but try your best to do that. If you spend 2 incinerates between your rain of fires, like incinerate, incinerate, rain of fire, incinerate, incinerate, rain of fire, or like incinerate, incinerate, chaos bolt, it kind of works out, but it's tight sometimes. So don't stress out about it too much. But like, if you want to min-max it, try not to just sit on 4, even though it's gonna happen. Like, even when I'm gonna demonstrate that, like, the rotation is gonna happen. Don't worry about it. Whenever you're like sending your infernal, the most important thing to think about here is just spam as much rain of fire as you can. Incinerate is just gonna be like really good single target and really good consistent damage outside of your whenever you're building shards, right? So yeah, it's fun. And it's gonna be the same thing for me. I usually just open up with Havoc. I know I'm a non-factor, but it is what it is. I'm a Havoc opener gamer. Just immolate everything. And then here you can just go incinerate, incinerate, then rain of fire. Incinerate, then rain of fire, calm flag. See, sometimes you can't do that, but like now, incinerate, incinerate, rain of fire. It's a little bit tight sometimes. See, sometimes here I can't do it because I have my Havoc. I need to immolate everything. Here I probably can do it. Here we have 2 incinerates. I can probably do 2 incinerates right now. Okay. And it's actually doing like 200k in AoE, so it's a lot. Yo, I'll be honest, man. Fire and Brimstone is the most satisfying spell in this game, because first of all, it looks very satisfying to the eyes because you're shooting incinerates out of you like a madman. So that's a lot of fun. And then the second thing is just, it's fun. So the first thing, it's a lot of fun, and the second thing, it's fun. It's a fun spell. I like it. Easy peasy. There you go. 2 incinerates, rain of fire, and then you go, you know, spreading your things. And this madness rain of fire thing, we're not letting it fall down. That's the most important thing. Most important thing is that debuff right there. I mean buff. Man, I'm just gonna get flamed, huh? Listen, buffs and debuffs are the same thing in my head. Okay? Are we good? Do you guys want to see the single target? Or single target is like straightforward? Okay, single target, sure. And then it's gonna look something like this. Rain of Fire is still gonna carry for the most time, but your Incinerate is gonna be really fun. Okay, guys, so the single target is gonna be keeping up your Burn to Ashes. Use those, okay? So 1 Chaos Bolt is gonna give you 2 stacks Burn to Ashes. And your Roaring Blaze makes your Incinerate do 25% more damage. So you can kinda try to incinerate after every conflag, because it's gonna make your Incinerate do 25% more damage. So 25% more damage here, then your Incinerate do 30% more damage here, and you guys see what's going on, right? Like, it's a nice thing. But the trick is you need to maximize those two while keeping up your Chaos Bolt Madness buff. And honestly, the minute you start moving for 1 second, this might fall off on the boss. But don't worry, because Incinerate is really nice damage, right? But the goal here, try to Chaos Bolt, 2 Incinerates, Chaos Bolt, 2 Incinerates, and, you know, try your best to do that, at least. No Soulfire. No, because this is like a Mythic Plus build, so no Soulfire. This is not a raid build. There's just a Mythic Plus build that's really good in AoE and really good in single target. So, we're gonna open up with Immolate, okay? And then Conflag, and then you do your Infernal, and then you try to Chaos Bolt. I mean, 1 Chaos Bolt, 2 Incinerates. Another Chaos Bolt, maybe 2 Incinerates here. And here, yeah, I wanted to cheat because we had the Chaos Bolt proc, right? So you can cheat and actually get more Incinerates in. We need to pay attention to that. You see this buff right here? This is the most annoying thing about Deshro right now. It's so tough. Okay, why? What is this? What is next to me right now? Is this a hunter? Is this a shaman that has like dinosaurs? Okay, that's mad annoying. Bro, move away, please. But yeah, it's really easy. 2 Incinerates, Chaos Bolt. 2 Incinerates, Chaos Bolt. 2 Incinerates, Chaos Bolt. It's really easy. Here you can fit more Incinerates and boom. Super easy. No another portal, no nothing. It's just super easy, super straightforward. And you know, you need to refresh your Immolate every time it's down. Which we can do right now. 1 Incinerate probably. I'm gonna let go of the Chaos Bolt Madness thing so I can get more shards, and then we can just keep it up. Even if it falls down, that's the cool thing about this build, because Incinerate still carries. So it's fine if the buff falls off or falls down. So yeah, that's like kind of your mini game right now. These 3 buffs right here. So you're gonna do good single target regardless, because it's like all the buffs are embedded in your rotation. But I mean, you can min-max everything. You can min-max Deshro, you can min-max BM Hunter, you can min-max anything. So if you want to min-max it, make sure none of these buffs fall off. Like you can see it's, you know, Incinerate is hitting for like 100k, your Chaos Bolt is 130. And then you can go here to auras and see, okay, so Burn to Ashes was up 93%. Well, this is not important because it's up like almost all the time. Madness, see, Madness was up 80%. So you can kind of make this up at least 90%. At least with Rain of Fire, I can keep this up 95% of the time. The only time that it's not up is whenever I'm doing the pre-pull Immolates. So with Rain of Fire is super easy. With Chaos Bolt, it's hit or miss with me at least. So you guys, you know, try your best. Try your best. Oh, Rain of Fire macro? No, it's only on cursor. Where is it? Macro. It's just at cursor Rain of Fire. So whenever where my mouse is, and that's why we have the circle. You see this? So whenever you hold right click, your mouse disappears. So my Rain of Fire is gonna go where the circle is. You see that? So like the circle is right here. That's where my Rain of Fire is gonna go. So that's why it's very important to get the circle. So you can move around and hold your right click and get out of mechanics and still know where your Rain of Fire is gonna go. Very important.